Meds this. There comes a time in life when you have to be willing to let go. This is for the betterment of self and others too. I mean, you won't be able to grasp something new if you continue holding on to what's old. This could be a relationship, job, bad habit, the past, an asset, that friend or family member. This don't mean that you're giving up. It simply means that you have acknowledged that this person or thing is not contributing to your growth and is holding you back from achieving all your goals. Sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. We all can identify one or more things in our life that we really need to let go. Letting go is, however, not easy. As it relates to people, we may be somewhat confused because we really don't know who's behind the next door. And things is not easy also because we might have grown attached to that specific item. However, we must gain the required strength needed and do what's best for our life. But how do we know when it's time to let go of people, things, or a job? Well, when you feel disrespected or unheard. Each one of us has a fundamental need to be respected and listened to. When you keep on giving more than you take, though we should not be keeping score, there have to be a balance of give and take over a period of time. When you cry more than you laugh, while we are bound to feel pain and hurtful feelings occasionally, laughter and smiles should outdo the number of tears. When you feel anger more than you feel love, anger is a part of life. People make us mad at times, especially those we care about. And life circumstances can be very infuriating. But love should be the default, not anger. When you find yourself hoping that tomorrow will be better, day after day, hope sustains us. Life would be nothing without it. But if we are perpetually so miserable that we keep hoping tomorrow will be better, then we need to take a look at how we are living today. When you find yourself thinking that things would be better only if they change. We can't change other people, nor can we hang our happiness in someone else's behavior. We need to just accept the reality. We are responsible for our own happiness. And if we can't be happy and healthy with the way things are, then we need to move on. When you find yourself in a situation that causes more pain than happiness, pain is inevitable, but it should not overshadow happiness. When pain is a constant comparison, or when it's inflicted on you deliberately, it's time to let go of whatsoever or whomever is causing it. When you stop having fun, life is not always fun. And certainly, nothing is fun all the time. But we can try to find enjoyment in every way that we can. If he, she, they, or it no longer makes you smile, then it's time to let go. When you feel a tenacious, nagging ache in your gut telling you that something is wrong, your gut usually knows before your brain does. So just follow that sixth sense that constantly plays on your mind. If you're expected to sacrifice your personal values and change into someone that you are not, then it's time to let go. Your partner, friend, or job should not force you into someone that you are not. When your trust is constantly broken, then such person don't deserve you in their life. When staying in it makes you feel broken, depressed, and frustrated. If each time that your alarm goes off for you to go to work, you wish it did not. If while at work, you can't wait to go home, then it's time to find a new job or make steps to start that business or career. When someone makes you feel inferior, if your self-worth is always underappreciated, and if you are always taken for granted, when you think about the past more than the present, you can't live in the past. If thinking about memories in the past is more pleasant than living in the present, then either you're glorifying the past or there's something seriously wrong with the present situation. When you feel mentally and physically exhausted constantly, life is work and it's truly exhausting at times. But that should not be the norm. If your job, partner, or family always makes you feel drained, empty, and lost, then it's probably time to let go. When you're repeatedly rescuing or covering, the knight and shining armor gets old eventually. Though you may be that big sister or a reliable friend, that go-to one who has it all together, that does not mean that you should constantly step in and fix things. If you let people take advantage of you, then it becomes an unhealthy pattern. When you become perpetually resentful or bored, resentment may not feel like an emergency, but if such feeling become chronic, then it can undermine your quality of life. It's like living life with a constant weight on your back. Someone great once said, when you don't forgive a person, it's like you drinking a poison and hoping for that person to die. So while you may not forget, you ought to let go of that weight that you're carrying so that you can live a happy and healthy life. When you realize that the only thing holding you back is the fear of the unknown, uncertainty is scary, and often because of that, we choose to stay in an unhappy situation because we fear of what comes next. But if we are holding on to what we know because we're afraid of what we don't know, then it's a clear sight it's time to let go. When you can no longer grow as a person. Life is about growth. We're constantly changing, growing, and moving forward. Learning and stretching who we are and who we can be. If you feel stunted, stifled, or caged by a job or a partner, then it's time to let go. When you have this persistent, niggling feeling that there's a better life for you out there, are you plagued with the thought that there is something more fun for you, that you deserve better, that you might be settling for a mediocre or a substandard life? Those thoughts, that underlying feeling and desire, might mean it's time for a change. When you repetitively have to justify to yourself and others why you can't let go. Justification, making excuse, looking for reason to rationalize why you are clinging on to someone or something that is obviously not working, is not healthy or sustainable, is never good. Especially if your reason is because you have already invested a lot of money or time. When you can't be the best possible version of yourself, the right person, the right job, good friends and family should bring out the best in you and not the worst. If you have already exhausted all your efforts, but everything still remains the same, when you have done everything that you could, when all the promises that were made are just empty words, when it's not worth your time nor your money, you're not living in a fairy tale. People will break promises. Lovers will hurt you. Your business partner might fool you. Not everyone out there is looking out for you. This may seem like a lot of reason, and the main focus may be on relationship. But it can only take one that you may hold at high regard that may cause you to want to let go. Plus, there are a lot more things that we really ought to let go of in order to progress in life. Dead weight is a heavy thing to carry. So we ought to find things and people that help bring life to us. We just have to be willing to let go and move on. If you all like this one, I'll appreciate a like, a comment, and share. If you're new, feel free to subscribe and keep your mind in tune by hitting that notification bell. Trust me, your brain would be glad you did it. Blessings.